Hey guys, Todd with Great Escape Farms here. Today I'm going to give you an update on my plant identification tags. I actually put them in, did a demo on 3 different types, and I put them in the spring of 2016. So this is the fall of 2017. I just want to let you know how everything fared and what in my opinion, the best ones are. So let me start off with the worst. I used tongue depressors for my annual plants last year, and I figured that they would last through the year. Well, I was wrong. So as you can see, I have a very, very woody base down here. It's very heavy with wood mulch and a lot of compost and stuff in it. So I put the tongue depressors in with the labels on it for my annual plants. Again, all I wanted them to do was get through one season. They only lasted barely 60 days. Most of them were gone, totally gone by 90. And reason being is I have so much fungal material, or so much fungal activity and bacteria in this soil here that it just ate the wooden tongue depressors right up. So would not recommend that in a good heavily mulched garden, even for an annual. Next up, I took a sheet of paper and I went and cut off different things and wrote down what they were, and I cut them up, and then I laminated them and put little holes in them and connected the tags on. So you can see this one is still there. This one is a goji berry. And by the way, all of my tags, what I do is I put the common name, then I put the botanical name, and then I put the year planted. And if I have more additional information or a map or something, I would at the very end write the number or whatever it corresponds to on the map. And you'll see that with my next tag in a moment. These fared okay. After the first year, I had, I would say, I don't know, 30% were gone. After this being coming up the end of my second season, the majority of them are gone. And as you can see right there, this one is ripping off as it was. So when I came and started looking around here, that's all I ended up with. So these just disintegrate in the sun and just kind of fall apart after a while. So this would be a good short-term tag, but not for anything longer term. For longer term, this is what I'm finding right here are these metal impression tags. So again, same thing. I write the name as far as what it is. I write the common name, and then the botanical name, the year that it was planted, and then this one does correspond to a map, and on the map it is number 313. So out of my whole yard, every number equates to an individual plant. So it wouldn't be this particular location, although I do have maps that show location by number, but 313 is for sand cherry and will give me details on sand cherry as far as exactly what's going on with that. So back to the tag itself, these have hung in there great. I have had very few problems with this type of tag right here. I'll go over in a minute and I'll show you what these look like individually as far as how to put these together. The biggest issue I've had with these particular tags right here are the actual metal pieces that come with them. And these things have actually broken, and I do get a good bit of wind out here. So I may end up replacing these. If you notice, these right here are kind of copper and they're also thicker, and I haven't had any of these come off. So what I may end up doing is getting the copper ones and putting them on these. I was initially just using the pieces that came with them. So the copper ones, I just got those from, what was that, Michael's Craft Store, and just kind of cut them to length and put those on. So that's the one change I'll make there. And then on all of these, so on these tags as well as these right here, I'm just using, I think they're called insulation spikes. I'll show you the box on that in a minute, and I just picked those up from the hardware store. Okay, so first thing I'll do is I'll start out with the thing that holds them. So they are called insulation supports. And in them, let's see, this box has 100 pieces and they're relatively inexpensive. It's just a straight spike like that. It does have sharp ends here, and it's meant to hold insulation between rafters and floor joists and things like that. So what I do is I take this straight spike, I just grab a very heavy pair of pliers. This is, I believe, called lineman's pliers, and just kind of bend them over like that. So I go once around, so about 3/4 of the way around, and then I come back up to the top part and bend it over like that. And the key thing is to make sure that right here on the end that the wire won't slide through. So at that point, all I have is a hoop, and this hoop will allow me to stick it in, and I can tie my tag off on that. So we're going to come back to that in a minute. The tags, I have these Impresso tags here, and I'll include a link in the show notes to Amazon, so you can buy these at Amazon. They come with kind of a blank slate. You can write on both sides of these, and they come with a bunch of wire that allows you to tie them together. So what you do on these, and set up here. So I actually have one that I'm gonna label here today. Actually relabel, so all the plastic ones are going to come out and I'm going to put the metal ones in. So that would be peppermint. I would put the botanical name here in the center, but I can't remember what the botanical name is, so I'll have to go look that up. I'll add it in. And then the year, so the year that I put here is the year that it was planted. So this is 2017, but this particular plant was planted in 2016. And that's what I'm more interested in, not when the label goes up, but when it was planted. And then once that's done, I just simply feed the wire through and put it through there, and I will go on one end, I'll wrap around, and then on the other end I'll wrap around, and it is good to go, minus the botanical name. Again, I still need to look for that. So then at any point in time when I'm wandering around and I have lots of different mint in here, I can just pull the tag up. I can see immediately what exactly it is. I don't have to go find a map or anything. So these are the tags that I recommend and that I will be going with in the future on all perennial and perennial plants, trees, shrubs, and everything else that I put in. Again, going forward, I label everything that I have. So that is my update on the plant identification tags. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.